Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 5 seed in the playoff, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and we'll start at the 25. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front of the line of scrimmage. Not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
When he's got some space here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Movement here from the tight end. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And there's the handoff. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
So you're a defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield worried about that quarterback. He's going to run or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield and making big plays. And now, oh, by the way, you got a program that has great history at the running back spot. Guys like, think about it, Travis Etienne and C.J. Spiller, the backs they have here now on this roster. Boy, just so many different combinations and ways to attack you.
And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Off the play fake on first down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. He'll hand it off. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yards on the play.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game and the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then you can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
Play action here on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, the pass is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
2nd down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but you better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down.
Tigers will take over. First and 10.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Looking for the wideout. And that one's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Now, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
And here comes the offense back out onto the field now. He's going to hand this off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense they wanted a little bit more of that pitching catch.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Catch is made down the middle. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. And he'll set up to throw. Looks to the left, pass caught. Defense will make the stop. It will probably be the final play of this opening quarter.
Third down coming. That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Alabama.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Can he get there on the ground? Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's 3rd down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the running back takes the handoff.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Here comes a handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
For the defense coordinator this week, already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. A pop pass on the jet sweep. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Single back takes the handoff. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tide.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick catch. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
And the ball is knocked loose. Who's got it? The defense recovers the fumble.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They reached the end zone the last timeout, trying to do the same thing here. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Running back has it on the screen now. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Second down after that short completion. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. We'll see if he's got the leg from 49 yards out. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. Defense is coming after him. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
Brings up second down.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Grab down the middle. It's Peters. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They got to hurry. He's brought down out at the 46.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. The pass rush closing in. Looks left and finds his target there. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking for his big tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Peters. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. They attack the deep middle of this defense. Could come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. They'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7. This is the 6th play on the drive. It's the running back in the flat. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak out unidentified. This time the defense saw him and made the play.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On third down, he drops to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Trying to extend the play. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Keeping it on the ground here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. One more play before they head to the locker room. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Contact as he threw it. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact, no penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his back. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
My goodness, this defense has got to do a much better job of getting pressure on this quarterback. It's 3rd down, and you're going to give the quarterback that much time? Plenty of time. Finds his target. Nice big gain and a first down.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Looking right. This one caught. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Looking to chuck it again. Bringing pressure. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And the ball is picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They're finally looking to click. This has been a struggle for both offenses so far. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Pressure is coming. He's hit just before the throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Boy, the quarterback gets trailed on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
Here's the handoff. Powers through the tackle. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Tigers. They go in front here in the second half.
Well, that's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. He gave a nice stem to the outside before he went to the post. Perfect timing, tough to defend, and an easy touchdown for this offense.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Here's the kickoff team now. Set to boot this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the Alabama offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
We'll look to throw it here on second down. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And it's complete downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Tigers are in the red zone now.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
They had the extra point, and the lead now is 11, 21-10. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Lets it go quickly. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
So second down after the incompletion. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw to his receiver. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past, and we're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Important 2nd down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. On that ball. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Back to throw again. The pocket breaking down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. Trying for a 4th down completion. Fires it to the wideout. It's a 4th down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's 4th down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost them the ball game.
How do I make your game glitch, bro? How do I make your internet glitch? Exactly. You sound dumb right now. How I make your game glitch? Tell me that. Fix your internet. Fix your internet, and then your game won't glitch. Fix your internet, bro. Hard line in or something. How am I cheating, bro? I can't make your game glitch. That's your shit, not my shit. Ooh, go ahead and concede then.
How about the offensive line here?
Go ahead and concede then.
Opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice game.
How I make your game glitch? That's something new to me. Let me know how that works. My shit, hey, mine's smooth over here. I'm smooth over here.
Line up here on 1st down and goal.
I'm smooth over here.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run
blitz. If my connection was bad, I would be glitching. Mine would be glitching, not yours. How does that make sense?
Solid 1st down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. Can they finish it off here on 2nd and goal? Here's the option play. He'll toss it to the back. He'll be stopped for a loss on the play. The defense all over the option that time.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out.
Here we go.
and they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And look at them down there. They're incredible. And they should be. That's a great goal line stand, 3rd down, and get able to come up with a tackle for a loss.
Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. It'll be a 26-yard attempt. Should be automatic. And it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. They'll test the right side here. In the clear at the 25. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 24, Alabama 10.
So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the 2nd half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. He's going to pull it down and run. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Let's it fly to the wide out. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
After the incompletion, he'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Running out of time in the pocket. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they...